Hi, I'm Khalid Hosseini and I'm in the 1970s Kabul to interview the people behind the Kite runner. Let's get straight into it. Hi, I'm Khalid Hosseini. Hi Amijan, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Ami, you seem determined to win the tournament. What were you feeling at that moment?
Well, Baba never looked at me the way he looked at other kids. I thought maybe if I win this tournament, he will look at me the way he looked at other kids. Besides, me and Hassan love to fly kites. He is my kite runner.
For you, 1,000 times over, Amir.
Yeah, thanks. We know that.
Hassan, can you come here?
Hurry up.
So, why would you run after the kite so eagerly?
Because it's for Amir Aga.
Are you sure you don't secretly want the kite for yourself?
What? No, Amir can have all the kites in the world.
Are you sure?
Yes.
He's too kind to me.
Here you go. So, you saw what happened. Why didn't you step in?
I was frozen, I don't know what to do.
Really? Or were you just scared?
Fine. I was scared. Okay? I'm a friend that is totally coward.
It's okay, Amir Aga. I forgive you.
Hassan, don't you think you are too forgiving?
No, I love Amir Aga with my whole heart.
Here. You still love him?
For him, 1,000 times over.
You literally let Asif beat the living daylights out of you. Why not just grab Sohrab and run?
Well, I feel like I needed to atone. I don't want to run away again. I have to stand up for Sohrab, for me, and for Hassan.
But I'm the one who shot Asif. Why are you the hero here? Good point, Sohrab. Come and sit in the hero's chair.
I need to stand up?
Yes. Well, as Rahim Han said, there's a chance to be good again. I think you did well, Ami. My father must be proud of you.
Yeah, I think so too, Sohrab.
Ami, can you come here?
What is this? Do I sit?
Yes. So, do you think you have redeemed yourself?
Well, I mean, it's a start, right?
So, are you going to take care of Sofrap now?
Yeah. Yeah. Of course. For him, 1,000 times over. For Hassan, 1,000 times over.
Thank you, Ami.
Oh,
I hope for the best for you.
thank you.
Do you want to cut the slate? Just clap your hand in front of the camera.
Just clap. Okay. How?
Clap.
1, 2, 3.
Now we are going to talk about the issues from the movie and how it relates to us personally. So first of all, I'm Shahira, and there are two issues that caught my attention that I'm going to talk about, and the first one is difficulties of being immigrants. So we can see from the movie that Amir and Baba had to flee from Afghanistan to America to survive from Soviet Union invasion, and they had to settle down and live a low life there. Baba, who once was a wealthy man and a powerful figure in Afghanistan that is well known by his people, now had to downgrade his lifestyle by working at the gas station to support his life and his son's life. And Amir, who once was a wealthy man's son, who used to be showered with wealth, now had to live a low life and had to help his father by sometimes working together at the market. Of course, I am not an immigrant and I haven't faced any war, but personally, I think that it is really hard to adapt to a new environment that has a different lifestyle from where I used to live. And personally, I think that it is hard to be in an environment that is unfamiliar for me, especially in a country where I am an immigrant. And moving on to the second issue, which is guilt and redemption. So we can see from the movie that Amir has betrayed Hassan, his best friend, for so many times during his childhood, but the mistakes that he made when he was a kid has haunted him even though he is now an adult. And to redeem his mistake, he went to save Sohrab, which is Hassan's son, to make peace with himself, and fortunately he succeeded. And from this, I personally think that if we had done any mistake in the past, we need to make peace with ourselves and we need to redeem our mistakes in any chance that we got. So this movie teaches me a lot of things. So what do you think, Sarah?
Thank you, Shaira. I'm Siti Maisara with the Nordin, and I also have two scenes in mind that I would like to point out from the movie. In Kite Runner, we can see Amir is struggling of being compared to Hassan and also other kids, just because he could not stand for himself and he is being labeled as weak. We can see due to that, his personal relationship with his father is not as good as Hassan's and his father. This particular scene can relate to my personal life back when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I was being compared to a loud person because I was always quiet in any social setting, and that is so uncomfortable because being a loud person is not my personality. However, I did not feel discouraged to continue being a quiet person and only talk when I need to talk. Comparison is the thief of joy, so I overcome that situation by constantly reminding myself that it is okay to be quiet and it is okay to not fulfilling every person's expectation of me. The second scene that I would like to point out is when Hassan is not happy with Amir's ending of his own story. His own story involves about the character that killed off his beloved ones just to reach happiness. And I can relate this to my personal life because I constantly find myself being not happy just because I focus more on the future and the past, where I need to live in the moment and just feel the happiness at the time. What about you, Alia? What do you think?
Hello, my name is Alia and I'm going to talk about two issues which are ethics and discrimination. In the movie, I think they exist in real life too, including my own experiences. And the first one is the scene where Ame deciding not to help Hassan. And one of the biggest ethical dilemmas in the Kite Runner is when Ame sees Hassan being attacked and does nothing. He chooses to stay silent and that guilt follows him for years. Ethics is about choosing between right and wrong, even when it's difficult. I personally have faced many moments like this, whether to speak up or stay quiet. Once I saw a classmate being unfairly blamed for something they didn't do. I questioned myself, worried about getting involved, but I knew the right thing was to tell the truth. This movie reminded me that our choices define us and doing the right thing isn't always easy, but it matters. And then the second issue is discrimination and the scene where Hassan being mistreated for being Hazara. The Kite Runner also shows the harsh discrimination against Hazaras in Afghanistan. So Hassan, despite being kind and loyal, is constantly treated as inferior because of his background. This made me think about how discrimination still exists today. I have seen people being judged unfairly because of their race, religion, or social status. So I think this movie opened my eyes to the unfair realities that some people face just because where they come from. And then I think the Kite Runner really teaches us that ethics guide our actions and privilege shapes our world. It's up to us to recognize injustice and chooses to do what's right. So that's all from me. What do you think about it, Nat?
In the Kite Runner movie by Khalid Hosseini, I found that there are two highlighted issues in the story, which are the first one, hope and resilience, and the second one is silence and complicity in justice, and that somehow affect me personally. For hope and resilience, it is portrayed through the scene where Amir finds the courage to save Sohrab from Taliban rule and to bring him back to America. Despite the dangers, he actually bravely risked his life to save Sohrab, and this shows that being resilient and having hope is always possible. For me, life often gives us difficulties such as be it trauma, loss, or failure. However, when I see Amir was so determined to change himself and to actually being resilient, to give a new hope to Sohrab, I think everything is possible if we have hope and we build strong resilience to endure every challenges. Even when it seems possible, it is actually doable. And for the silence and complicity in justice, it is shown in the famous scene which Ames witnessed Hassan being assaulted, but he kept silence. And even when I saw that, I feel so sorry for Hassan, but at the same time, I know it's hard for Hamid to step in. And this, I know that many people struggle to speaking up against wrongdoings due to their fear, and this can happen in many possible various situations. But when I see what silence has effect on the innocent boy, I feel like I want to improve myself from being silent to avoid harm to other people.
Hey. Thanks, we know that. Patut kau main kan belakang tu.
Chun 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 chun